want to ask you a serious question that'll force you to confront how you're living your life. I touched on this about a week or two ago in one of the videos I made. If I can remember when I'm editing it, I'll put a screen card so you can go back and watch that. Yesterday, I saw a video from Ed Milet that really got my brain moving and really got me thinking and inspired this video that I'm making today. But that video, it really got me thinking, if I only had 1 week to live, how would I live it differently? Welcome back to another episode of Sweat Talk. My name is Chad. Now that's a heavy thought, but I think it's something that we should all consider. If your doctor or some other source of spirit or something came to you and said, you are gonna die in 7 days, you have 1 week to live, you're going to be healthy for the next 7 days, but on that 7 days, you're done. You have 1 week to live. How would your life change, or how would you change your life? Let's break that down for a second. You were just told that you have 7 days to live. What would you do? Would you keep living exactly how you are, or would you change everything? I'm willing to bet most of us would change everything, and we'd focus on what really matters, and we would stop wasting time. We'd be more intentional. But here's the thing, we don't have that certainty right now. None of us know exactly when we're gonna go, but what if we did? Just think about that. If you knew that you only had 1 week to live, would you spend those days filled with regret, sitting on your couch, dwelling on the idea that you're going to die in 7 days? Or would you get off your ass, jump up, and live like you've never lived before? I know most of us would want to make the most of those final days. Some, they'd be too terrified to. But we wouldn't be wasting time worrying about the small stuff. You wouldn't procrastinate. I know me anyway. I'd want to live life fully, as I already do. I would chase excitement, adventure, and I know that I would experience as much as I possibly can. Imagine going after all those things that you've been putting off, meeting new people, reconnecting with family, chasing your passion or dream, traveling, or maybe even trying something that terrifies you. Because when you have nothing to lose, everything seems possible. You'd probably be bolder, act or be and free, a lot more freer. Because here's the thing, whether you realize it or not, our life is on a timer. Now that timer, it may not be exactly 7 days, but it could be. That timer could be many, many years, but it could also be as soon as tomorrow. Only God knows. When you internalize that and stew on it, think about, what are you waiting for? Why do we hold back from living? And why don't we act like every day is our last day? And when we think about having limited time, it really does make us realize how much we're actually taking for granted. Because the truth is, we all live like we're living on unlimited or borrowed time, and yet most of us live like we have forever. But forever or guaranteed, but forever or tomorrow is never guaranteed. Now it gets easy to fall into routines. Hello. Yes, sir. Pretty good so far. Have a wonderful day. Because it's easy to put things off until tomorrow, but when tomorrow isn't guaranteed, that changes everything. And if you had a week left, you have nothing to lose, right? If you had that week, you'd take those risks. You'd stop caring about what other people think. You'd stop letting fear hold you back. What are you afraid of? Fear, failure, rejection? What is it? Things just got real serious for those kids. But the reality is, none of those things would matter if you knew you were on limited time. If you knew that your time was almost up, without a shadow of a doubt, you wouldn't give a shit about any of that. You'd most likely embrace that. You'd embrace all those fears and judgments and scenarios that play over and over back in your mind, in your thoughts, maybe even in your words. You'd embrace those things that scare you, man. Because now that worst case scenario, it doesn't seem so bad. Here's a real catch. What if you started living like that right now? What if you started making those bold choices? What if you started making those bold choices today, even though you don't know when your time is going to come? Imagine the life that you could live if you made the choice to live life fully, consciously made the choice to live life fully every single day. You'd stop holding yourself back. You'd be more present with your loved ones, and you'd take action on those dreams instead of putting them off. Here's my challenge to you. Start asking yourself these questions. What would I do differently if I only had 1 week to live? What's holding me back from doing those things right now? And how can I start living today like I have nothing to lose? And once you have those answers, take action immediately. Start small, but make a change. Maybe it's that phone call that you've been putting off to one of your loved ones or an old friend. Maybe it's signing up for that class that you've been thinking about taking so that you can better your financial situation and financial future. Maybe it's as simple as spending more time with your family, turning your phone off and sitting it on the kitchen counter when you go in the living room and sit down with your loved ones. Because the truth is, we all forget we are going to die one day. Whatever it is, just start. And just because we're all going to die one day, it doesn't have to be a source of fear. It doesn't have to be something that we're afraid of. We can change our perspective and turn that fear of dying into a powerful motivator instead of a morbid, sad scenario that plays through our minds over and over. That idea can push you to stop wasting time on things that don't matter and start investing and focusing on those things that do. Don't wait until it's too late. Act now. Go take those risks. Chase that excitement. Because when your time does come, you'll be able to look back and you'll be able to see and say, I lived life to my fullest. I did every damn thing I possibly could. I lived my fucking life and I didn't hold back. In my analytics, it tells me that only about 20% of people that start watching these videos make it to the end on average. If you made it this far, go down in the comments section and put live. Just write that word live. Let's push this out. That's all I got for today, guys. I appreciate you guys showing up. I hope you're showing up for yourselves. I hope you're able to get something out of these videos that I'm making. I know a lot of you do, and I appreciate you letting me know, because it means the world to me. It truly does. And I'm grateful for all the support that you guys are giving me and pushing me to keep coming out here every single day and making these videos. That's all I've got for today. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.